Hello everyone! We will start in 2 minutes. To those who are watching our YouTube and Facebook Live, feel free to share the link with your friends and colleagues. To those here in Zoom, you can also share this room link with your colleagues, but please remind them to use their full name dash company name. For example, Talia Dalmar dash Nephila Web when entering the room. I'm sure we get a lot of exciting information to share with you today, so stay tuned. Good afternoon again, everyone. I am Talia Dalmar, Sales and Marketing Associate of Nephila Web, and your host for today. Welcome to our webinar entitled iSpring and Moodle, a match made for education, in partnership with iSpring Solutions. I know we are all excited about this learning session, so let's start. So let us begin this webinar with an invocation followed by the Philippine National Anthem.
Within
Hello again, everyone. So here in this webinar, we will dive into the powerful combination of iSpring Suite and Moodle and discover how these robust tools can significantly enrich your educational strategies. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you Miss Valerie Lett, Head of Partnerships of iSpring Solutions, and one of her colleagues, Miss Caitlin Harlow. Hello, Miss Valerie. Go on,
Yes,
please.
I tell you, sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. Yes, thank you so much for the introduction, and I'm really excited to be here. So without further ado, let me share my screen and start my presentation today.
So while Miss
So,
Valerie is pulling up the presentation, I'd like to remind everyone to please feel free to chat your questions and during the discussion, and I'll be happy to read them later during our Q&A portion.
great. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so hi everyone, and it is a pleasure to attend this very special webinar. Thank you very much to all the participants and organizers for being here with us. And today we are going to talk about a powerful combination of iSpring Suite and Moodle, discovering how these robust tools can significantly enrich your educational strategies. I personally find the topic very interesting, and I hope you'll like it too. So, yeah, let me introduce myself one more time. My name is Valerie, and I'm head of partnership in the Asia Pacific region at iSpring. To start with, I would like to tell you a little bit about our company, who we are, and what experience we have in the education sphere. iSpring is an international software development company that offers solutions for creating e-learning content and other products for all e-learning needs. We have been in the e-learning market for more than 22 years, and more than 60,000 customers worldwide use iSpring tools to optimize training and improve their business. Our solutions are supported in 22 different languages, and so our team is spread all over the world. Why do many educators choose iSpring? The answer is iSpring tools are affordable, easy to use, have powerful features, they're scalable, mobile friendly, and provide reporting and analytics to track how your learners are progressing. iSpring tools help to improve students' learning outcomes, reach a wider audience, and save money on training costs. Based on our experience, implementing e-learning in school is challenging. Here are the reasons. You have to spend money on new software, hardware, and support services. You need to have reliable internet connection and adequate computing resources. Teachers should be trained on e-course creation, and you need to persuade them to adopt new software. There should be a transparent and reliable system to track students' progress. And you need to make sure that your new software is secure and compliant with data privacy regulations. So, how iSpring can help? First, iSpring Suite is an affordable authoring tool that you can get with an academic discount. You don't need to spend a lot of money on implementation the tool, and it is compatible with almost all LMSs, including Moodle. You don't need to be a tech savvy to get started with iSpring Suite. iSpring Suite provides detailed reporting and analytics and is fully compatible with Moodle. You will get a tool that creates secure content so that you don't need to worry about data privacy and secure standards. iSpring Suite is the perfect solution to get started with. Your PowerPoint presentations are not just slides anymore, but interactive and engaging micro courses. With iSpring Suite, you can create any type of educational content. It is a very complete software because you can create quizzes, many types of interactions, conversation simulations, video tutorials, and much more. In addition, it also includes a content library with more than 89,000 ready-to-use resources. This tool allows you to automate the validation of learners' tasks since you configure it once and the program already does it for you. So iSpring Suite saves a lot of time in the creation of training materials, which is very important. And by the way, iSpring team has recently come up with a feature for creating custom characters. I'm completely sure that you will love it. Um, it really has a very intuitive interface, and the best thing is that iSpring Suite is installed directly into PowerPoint. So you will not have to get used to a new interface and learn how to use a new program. If you know how to use PowerPoint, it will also be easy to you to start using iSpring Suite. We are very proud of having the most prestigious universities on board and that they trust us and choose our solutions for their needs. We have a lot of experience in the academic sphere, so we understand all the challenges that the sphere faces. I would like to share with you two case studies that we got from our clients. First one is the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences of the Stellenbosch University, which is among the leading research universities in South Africa. What challenges did they have? They wanted to promote high quality teaching with an easy to use authoring tool and make learning content truly available for all students. Their team used several authoring tools, and each one came in handy for a specific task. But it was always critical for them to deliver interactive learning to as many students as possible and reach them anytime and anywhere. Before iSpring, that was not entirely the case. So, what has been done? They transitioned to online teaching with iSpring during COVID-19 pandemic and used iSpring to create engaging self-guided role plays for students to practice for their future work. And what results did they get? With the help of iSpring, they created an environment within which meaningful teaching and learning can flourish. They improved learning experience for 5,000 medical students, and they keep receiving positive feedback from their workshop participants and you iSpring users. It was easy for teachers to learn how to create SCORM courses with iSpring, and they got buy-in for e-learning initiatives from multiple departments. And the second one is Middlesex University from London. So, what challenges did they have? There was been a change in the librarian team's collective approach to teaching over the past few years, from didactic training to activity and games based learning. For that reason, even before the pandemic, the remote learning, they started looking at ways to provide interactive online training tools that would allow the students to reinforce knowledge and test their skills independently. What has been done? They created classroom learning experience online and make remote learning during the pandemic effective and engaging for the students. They also set up a single virtual learning environment of Moodle and iSpring. And what results did they get? They created nearly 100 quizzes with iSpring. In 2021 academic year, they recorded over 12,000 views for their quizzes, which felt like a great start. They have also received positive feedback from students and staff. And that academic year, the number of views on iSpring quizzes had exceeded 4,000. So I believe that's a great start and results. And it is not only a tool for creating courses, but a virtual learning community when we are talking about iSpring. iSpring publishes new articles about e-learning on our blog regularly, in which we will talk about current events, e-learning market trends, share ideas about integrations, do analysis and comparisons of solutions, etc. We also organize webinars like this one with experts to share their experience. And at this point, I'm ready to pass the mic to my colleague Caitlin Harlow, who's going to show you iSpring Suite in action. Hi, Caitlin.
Hello there, hello everyone. So thank you very much, Valerie, for inviting me here today. I'm going to share my screen right in a bit. I'm so sorry, I'm having a tiny technical issue. I'm already solving it. So I'm going to share my screen right now, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to create a course with iSpring Suite. So sorry, guys. Hope you can see everything now.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, this is perfect. So basically, to create a course with iSpring Suite, all you need to do is to create a presentation. Basically, you can be using a presentation that you already have created for, I don't know, some specific groups, academic groups, etc. So you can use a presentation that you already have, or you can create a very new one. I'm going to use a presentation that I already have, and I'm going to add here elements with the help of iSpring Suite 11. So here's my presentation, all pretty simple, has a few slides, etc. Just normal PowerPoint slides. So I'm going to add quizzes, interactions, role plays, etc. Everything that you can find on this ribbon for iSpring Suite. So basically, I have PowerPoint open, and as you can see, I have iSpring Suite 11 tab right here. So I'm starting by adding a new slide because every quiz, every interaction, every role play will require a separate slide for, well, to be created. So I select the slide, I click on quiz to create a quiz. I select the graded quiz because I'm going to create a graded quiz. If I wanted to create a survey, I would have chosen this one. So I click on graded quiz and iSpring Quiz Maker opens. This is basically a component of iSpring Suite, and we use it to create quizzes. As simple as that. So to create a question, you click on question, you select the question type. We have quite many. I'm going to create a multiple choice question. So here in this form, I'm going to add the question, and here I will be adding the options to choose from for the learner. So I have the text prepared right here, so I'm just going to copy and paste to save our time. So I copied and pasted the question. Now I'm going to create the replies just like that. I'm just copying and pasting the text that I already have. So by design, by default, I have 3 choices here, but I only need 2, so I'm going to delete this one. And I'm going to select the correct choice. Here at the bottom, I have the feedback that I'm going to show to my learners if they choose a correct or incorrect answers. They are set up by design, by default here, the text that you see, but you can edit it and add any text that you like. You can also make the question look a bit more pretty in slide view and create your own design. Select from the themes that you have in your PowerPoint. I'm going to just use a standard theme here right now. You can also choose how the overall view will be of this question by changing the font size, font color, well, everything that you do for a basic PowerPoint. So I'm going to make it look a bit bigger because I only have 2 options here to choose from. And this text probably larger as well, like this. I'm just keeping the font because it is fine by me. If I wanted, I could have also added an image, a video, or an audio. Well, I'm not going to do that right now, but you can play around with it and add any media that you like. I'm going to create a second question now. It will be a multiple response. And I will be doing pretty much the same thing for this one as well. I will be copying and pasting my questions and my replies because it is really easy to create a quiz like that. I assume that, well, if you're content creators, you might not actually be writing all that text. It is, well, quite common that some other person will be writing it for you and you will be creating a course out of it. So this is basically what you will be doing. You will be just copying and pasting the text to the form. So I'm going to check the correct answers now, like this. And as simple as that, also, I can change the design for this slide as well if I want, for it to be easier read by the person who will be taking the quiz. And for example, I'm going to create a hotspot question. I'm going to select a picture, and the question will be to, well, to select a zone in this image, and I'm just going to add a hotspot question and select the correct zone to choose from. So this will be the correct zone to select. So I'm going to make it green. And this is the correct zone. I can add other zones here for the person to choose from. For example, I don't know, this one, but it will not be correct. And well, maybe this one too. And it will not be correct either. So this is it. I can also go to the quiz player and define the navigation settings and, well, other settings that are quite common for quizzes. I will do that in properties and in player. And once this is created, I'm going to save and return to the course. As you can see, the quiz will appear right on the slide. If you just preview the PowerPoint presentation, it will not be seen, but if you preview it with iSpring Suite, it will already be played in your course and you can actually preview how it will look like. Let me just preview it in this presentation, just the slide with the quiz. So here's how your quiz will look like. You can select it, click on Submit, receive a feedback, click on Continue to open the next question. Let's select here. Oops, I made a mistake. I get a feedback for an incorrect answer. I continue. I select the area, receive the feedback, and finally the slide with the result. If needed, I can also hide it or just hide the percentage and only receive the result. This is all easily done in the quiz properties. So probably at this point of the quiz, of the course, sorry, I'm thinking I'm going to add an interaction. I create a new interaction. I select the type. Probably for this one, I will go with tabs. I click on Create Interaction. So here's my interaction. I will have the list of all elements that I have in this interaction right here. I will only need 2 tabs, so I can delete the third one. And the interaction will be about different techniques to work from home. The first one will be about Kanban method. And I'm going to add the title here for the tab. I'm just going to replace the current one. The second one will be called Pomodoro technique, and I'm going to replace the title as well. So this is basically the name of the tab, but I also want to add content to the tab, of course, to explain what this Kanban method means. So I will add text, but also to give a bit more graphic explanation of this method, I can add a media. For medias, you have pictures, videos, audios, different sorts of links, and content from our content library, such as characters, backgrounds, and objects. I'm going to choose picture because I already have a graph for this one. So here I have the graph added, and I can go ahead. The text and, well, the style of the text and the slide of this slide can be changed as well right here on the ribbon. I can format the text if I need to, well, insert different things, etc. And I'm going to do the same for Pomodoro technique. I'm just going to copy the explanation here and insert the picture. And if I preview it right now, it will look like that. So I have the interaction. I can click on the tabs to open the content and to read about this or that method or technique. And I can also change in the properties how the interaction will look like. For example, if I want to hide the title, I can simply uncheck this box for the title. I can define how the tabs will look like. For example, I can change the position from left to right. Probably I'll keep to left. I can change the tabs width. By default, it is 30%. If needed, I can make it wider or less wide. I can select the tabs height. Fixed it is, well, they will be staying just like that. Or I can make it flexible, and in this case, I will have 2 large buttons to select from, and honestly, I like this one more. I can change the text animation if I need, and I can also use presentation slide as interaction background here. This field will be changing in colors, and as I have white as my presentation background, it is white right now. So same for the size, you can adjust it to any screen size. You can change the color scheme to match your company colors. This works the same way for quizzes and interactions and dialogues. For everything, you will be basically changing the color scheme for your player here. And you can also change the text. The text means all the buttons that you have in the player and all system messages that have been shown to the learner once they're taking the course. For example, you have to click here to go to the next slide, like you can click on next to go to next slide, or you have to open all elements of the slide before you can proceed to the next slide. So just like that. You can change those messages to be more in conformity with your internal rules, or if you just don't like how the standard text work for you, you can just rewrite them to your liking. So you click on Apply and Close to apply the changes, and you click on Save and Return to Course to add the interaction that you just created to the course itself. So it will appear here on the slide as well. The last thing I wanted to create with you here today is a role play. And I will be doing the same as before. I will be creating a new slide because the player will be added on a new slide. I'm going to click on role play. I will click on new role play because I want to create a brand new one. And well, you will basically see this window appear, but please don't worry. It is not as difficult as it looks like. You just create a new scene and you're going to start creating your dialogue with creating a departure scene. So you will have to enter the character speech and then add either replies or messages. Replies are here so that the learner can advance in the dialogue and go from this scene to another one. And you can do the branching and send the learner to a specific scene depending on their reply. Messages are here mostly to give feedback about their replies. It's like if you give 3 replies and only one of them is correct, and you want to explain why other 2 were incorrect replies, you can create a scene with a message and explain it to them right in this message. So messages work really like feedbacks. So I'm going to, I have all the text here with me. So I'm going to create the first scene and the character speech here will be this one. I will also be adding 3 replies. And one of them will be correct, other 2 will be incorrect. Oops. And the third one. So you can either add replies or messages in one scene. Next thing I'm going to do is to choose a character. This is the character I, as learner, will be talking to. So it will be this lady because it looks like me. She looks like me. So I can change the character emotion to start with. And like that, the learner will be able to understand how exactly their replies affect this person, whether they are correct or incorrect. So as it starts with a rather tricky situation, I'd rather select this puzzled one. Or maybe sad, unhappy. Yeah, that's perfect. Then I'm going to select the background. And my dialogue is happening in an office, so I'm going to select an office, probably this one, this character, and well, this background here. You'll see it after you play the dialogue. So I'm closing this one to create a new scene that I will be linking with this scene. So I click on new scene. I have to enter the character speech. And I have it here again, character speech, and 3 options to choose from as replies. So as is that. So the person remains puzzled. The character automatically will be chosen from the same character that I have on the previous scene will be used by default. If I want, I can change the character, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to change the emotion because as I'm talking to the person, their reaction, their emotions will be changing. That's natural. So I'm just going to change the emotions. So I click on close. So here I have a second scene created. And now I can link one with another. For example, I want all of them, all of those 3 replies to lead to scene 2 maybe, or I don't. So I can link all 3 with this one or just one. I'm thinking that as I only have one correct answer, I'm going to link this correct answer with the second scene, like that. And other 2, if the person selects one of these 2, this will automatically end the dialogue. Or I can create a new scene and explain in the message why they chose an incorrect answer. For example, this is a rude way to talk to people. And if the person selects this option, they will be redirected to this scene and they will know that they were being rude. So I'm just going to create this third scene to show you how this whole thing works. And as this is the final scene of the dialogue, instead of adding a reply, I'm going to add a message. Same character will be used everywhere. So the correct one is this one. So I'm going to drag and drop on the next scene to link them. For this, probably as I'm giving a feedback about the reply, probably I want to select a different character because, well, this is the tutor who is giving the feedback. So let it be the tutor and let the person be puzzled, like that. Close. So if I preview the whole dialogue, here's what I'm going to see. I can see an angry person in front of me, and they're not in the mood, so I have to react. If I just click on this correct answer, I can see that the person's emotions are changed. I can see the reply that I picked. I can see the next question that the person is asking to me. And I can select my next answer. And I will be redirected to the next scene, just like that. If I replay the dialogue one more time to just select an incorrect answer, I'm redirected to the scene with the feedback and I'm receiving the feedback. And I can finish the dialogue. Also, you can use dialogues as quizzes actually or as texts because every reply that you add right here can be evaluated. You can simply include the grading here in the roleplay properties. You check this box to enable it, and you set the passing score. For example, let it be 9 points. Okay. And now if you open the scene, you will see that for each reply option, you have a specific number of points. And you can set either positive numbers or negative numbers. For example, for this one, I'm going to add -1 point. So each time that the person gives an incorrect answer, the points will be taken. from that person. And for correct replies, I will be giving 3 points. And for just incorrect answers, replies but that are not true nor anything, I'm just going to give 0 points. Well, same for this one, same for this one, and at the end of the dialogue, the person will see how many points they got in the role play, which works as a quiz. So I click on Save and Return to Course if I want to save the dialogue, but just one more thing that I wanted to show you. Every question and every reply and every message can be vocalized, which means that you can create a voiceover or, well, basically a voiceover for every text that you have in the role play, and you can either record it with your own voice or import from an audio file, or you can create a text to speech with the help of iSpring Suite Max. So I'm just going to close everything and I'm going to save and return to course to add the dialogue on the slide. And if I really quickly preview everything, the whole course, here's what I'm going to, okay, I previewed the slide. Let me just take it from here real quick. So here's what these slides will look like. I'm just going to see the whole course. I'm going to reply to the quiz questions. Check the slides. Open the elements in the interaction. And this will be the end of the course. If I want to make it ready for publishing on an LMS, such as Moodle, I just click on Publish. I go to LMS. I select the LMS profile that is supported by the LMS. That has to be SCORM 1.2 or SCORM 2004 for Moodle. I'm going to customize the SCORM package. So I'm going to add the settings here. Save, I'm going to publish, and this will create a zip package with the SCORM inside, ready to be uploaded to Moodle. Well, at this point, thank you very much for your attention. I'm passing the microphone over to our dear partners who will be explaining how to take
Wait
this
lang.
package to Moodle and run it on Moodle. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Yes, hello. Thank you very much, Miss Valerie, for introducing iSpring Suite to us, and for Miss Caitlin sharing that very insightful demo about iSpring Suite tool. I hope that everyone learned a lot from this session. Our floor is now open for questions. Feel free to raise your hand or chat your questions, and I'll be happy to read them. So let me check here in Zoom if we have questions for Miss Valerie and Miss Caitlin. So we have from hello Christine. You can mute your mic after entering the room. Thank you. So we have from Mr. Hizam Tuan. So his question is, if I send this file, will it embed slides created with iSpring, or should the receiver also have iSpring available in their device?
Caitlin, could you please help us with this question?
Yes, of course. Well, if you just publish the whole course, the person will not need to have the presentation nor iSprint Suite project files nor anything because, well, it will only already be a converted presentation with everything inside, and all they have to do is to just run this package on their side. That's it.
So that I hope that answer your question, Mr. Tuan. So do we still have any question for Miss Valerie and Miss Caitlin? Okay, everyone, feel free to raise chat your questions if you have for them. So I guess there's being none. I would like to call on our next speaker, Mr. Raven Azarcon, Sales and Marketing Associate of Nephila Web.
Thank you, Ms. Leah, for your introduction. And also, I would like to thank you, Miss Valerie and Miss Caitlin, for that wonderful presentation about iSpring and what iSpring has to offer to its clients. So for today, I'm gonna talk about how can these iSpring tools and this, especially these slides presented by Miss Caitlin, to be integrated in Moodle in the most seamless and easy way. So I am Raven P. Azarcon. Again, I am Sales and Marketing Associate at Nephila Web Technology Incorporated. So let me just share my slide with you guys.
So again, while Mr. Raven is pulling up the presentation, I'd like to remind everyone to please feel free to chat your questions during the discussion, and I'll be happy to read them later during our Q&A portion.
All right. So, so we all know now that iSpring Suite is a versatile e-learning authoring tool designed to empower users in creating, engaging, and interactive digital content for educational purposes. So, with its user-friendly interface, iSpring Suite allows educators, trainers to develop courses incorporating elements such as we have the audio, video, animation, and interactive quizzes. This tool is widely utilized for its ability to transform complex information into dynamic and visually appealing e-learning experiences, which are collectively contribute to the creation of e-learning content that is not only engaging but also effective in facilitating meaningful learning experiences. So now I'm going to highlight some of the key functionalities of iSpring. We have this course creation. This means that even those without extensive technical expertise can navigate through the platform with ease. And also we have the rich multimedia experience for learners. This platform seamlessly integrates as I said earlier, audio, video, animation into course content. This multimedia support allows educator to bring lessons to life. And also we have these interactive quizzes and assessment that goes beyond traditional testing by allowing educators to design quizzes with various question types. And also, as you saw earlier, set scenarios based on learner responses and incorporate this all into an interactive elements. So now let's dive into exporting your course from iSpring to Moodle as a SCORM file. But before that, let me give you a brief description of what a SCORM file really means. So SCORM stands for Shareable Content Object Reference Model. Basically, it's like for sharing stuffs and sharing things like quizzes, lessons in different computer systems. It's like making sure that your favorite game works on any type of gaming console. So yeah, a set of standards and specifications that govern how e-learning content is developed, packaged, and delivered in learning management systems. So for the next, to demonstrate on how iSpring allows user to export SCORM files, um, Miss Caitlin already said this, but I'm just going to repeat it. In your working space, you can just click the publish with the arrow and then go ahead and publish it. So in here, you'll have to click on the LMS tab and you can choose the SCORM 2004 and 1.2 earlier as the file type and go ahead and publish it and upload it to Moodle, which I will be demonstrating later. So first, before I demonstrate on how to upload this scoring file to Moodle, let me give you a brief introduction about Moodle and why should we choose Moodle as a learning platform for iSpring Suite tool. So first, it's inexpensive since it's an open source. You don't need to like pay anything since it's registered as a general public license. It's free to download, making it cost-effective solutions. And also, there are over 80 certified Moodle partners here in the globally. Yeah. And next, it's flexibility and integration since source code is open. If you want to brand your Moodle site in your company's branding and gamify it the way you want it, you can do that. You can also integrate it with MS Teams, Zoom, Big Blue Button, and other conferencing tools. You can also integrate like proctoring tools like Almira and also plagiarism tools like Strike Plagiarism. Also, next, it's online and offline. Um, that means it can be used whenever you are online and access the web-based platform. You can also use it offline with the mobile Moodle mobile app. So even though your students don't have any internet connection, they can still access the course because they can download the course and also, it has a 50 push notification in the free mobile app. But also, I would like to inform you that if you are a partner of Nephila Web Technology Incorporated, you can benefit to the premium app with unlimited downloads of courses and unlimited push notifications. Aside from the premium app, we also offer branded mobile app, which is the BMA, where we can put your logo in the application itself and theme color of your company, of your organization, or your school. And also, it has a collaborative and engaging experiences. There are many tools you can use to make courses engaging and fun to learners. Let's say that in your course, you want to have the forums where teacher can post a course and the students can reply and comment on it. With this, it can make the course more like engaging to learners. And also there are a ton of tool like database, glossary, and also we have messaging as well. Instead of using Messenger or any other platform, you can message your students, you can post announcements. Yeah. So next, last is the data-driven decisions, which Moodle has a very powerful and comprehensive analytics and you can see the progress of the students on how they are learning, activity and course completion. We have also competencies, badges, which is very valuable in considering your considering to in monitoring your student performances. So now let's go to the Moodle demonstration. I will be sharing my screen again. Stop sharing. All right. So as you can see, I'm now in our LMS website, in your Moodle website, and I'm going to log in here. So as a course creator, I can set a new course here in Moodle website. There. So adding a new course requires course full name, course short name. So I have already prepared the course full name, the course short name, and also for the course category, I'm going to just search for the sales and marketing, which is RP. Course visibility, you can also um, edit the course start date. I will be starting today. So 13. And the end date would be like, for example, next week into 23. And then course ID number, let's leave it at that. And we have the description, which you are going to have the course summary. I prepared faster. After the course summary, we have to upload a course image. There you go. And also we have some of the features of Moodle, which is you can also edit the course formats. We have four course format, which is the single activity, the social, the topics, and the weekly formats. So this formats for single activity, it's good for like creating quizzes, course page, and score and package. For the social format, which has a forum and displayed on the course page, with the topic format, the course page organized into topic sections. Topics format are like this is for like students or for course creator who has many modules or topics in one course. And also we have the weekly format. So I'm going to choose topics format for this kind of course. We have also the number of sections. I can add it later, hidden sections, and the course layout. We have also the appearance with the course language if you want the language to be English, Filipino, Tagalog, and I'm going to set it in English with the number of announcements, 5. Let's leave it at that. Show gradebook to students, yes. Show activity reports and show activity dates. Next, we have the section for files and upload. I'm going to set the upload limit to 500 MB, but you can set it to the way you want it from 10 kilobytes to 500 MB. So I'm going to set it to 500 MB. For the completion tracking, we have enable the completion tracking and show activity completion conditions. If your students have their groups, you can pick separate groups or visible groups. But for this course, I will just pick no groups in force group modes, and let's leave it at that. The tags and yeah, this is all good, and you can save and display it already. So as you can see, this is the will be the layout for um your course. And as a course creator, you should enable your edit mode. And then, supposing that you already have some announcements for your first activity, let's first have the forums that I've been mentioning earlier. So I'll just have to edit this announcement, and then I will add a discussion topic. So let's say that you want your students to introduce themselves and have the description, instructions, and then I will post it to forum. And there you can see that your students can actually post in this announcement there. Just your students will post on these discussions and you will see it as a course creator. So after that, um, so it's all set up, and let's enable edit mode again. So for the Squirm setup, let's add an activity or resource, and let's choose the Squirm package here. Squirm package. So what Miss Caitlin presented earlier, I already got the Squirm package for that. So I'll just have to pick a name. Uh, s- it's from home, and the description. Uh, there you go. And then you can see here at the package section where you can drag or drop files to add the package. So I already got the zip file, and after you choose the file from your computer, you can upload it already. So loading is taking time. Let's just wait. All right. So it's already uploaded. And also after that, there's many things you can edit in the section for the appearance. I'll just leave it at that first. Availability, which it's available from and available to. So I'll just enable it for now. And then I'm going to edit the dates. You also have the grade section with the highest grade and the maximum grade of 100 and attempts management. And you can organize the attempts, number of attempts of your students in this um, on how many attempts they can view the course, how many attempts they can answer the quizzes, and yeah, compatibility settings for completed, auto commit. Let's just leave it at that. You can explore it. Common module settings, just leave it at default. Restrict access, you can restrict, but I won't restrict anyone since there's no one to restrict. So next is the completion conditions. You can set this to student must manually mark the activity as done. So set a reminder and let's add tags and competencies. So after that, after you edited some of this section, you can save and return to course. And that's it. And that's how you upload a Squirm file. And let's go to the point of view of the students. Just going to disable the edit mode. And I'm going to open the Squirm file that we uploaded. And we have here the preview and enter button. I will just click the enter button as a student. And there you go. This is the one that Miss Caitlin presented us earlier, the course on how to start working from home. So I just click it, introduction. It's just like the same from what Miss Caitlin introduced to us. Next, and with the same options and interactive quizzes and correct, convert, and quick tips, submit, and there you go. And it just goes on and on. And the features is just the same in the Moodle platform. Submit. So that would be all for my Moodle demonstration. I will stop sharing now and share my slides again. Okay. Now you know now how to import a course, SCORM course into Moodle, smoothly ensuring the compatibility across the e-learning platforms and authoring tools you're using. Now you can continue to enhance your e-learning experience with Moodle and iSpring Suite. This is a combination that offers a seamless content sharing, tracking, and also usability for both educators and the learners. Exchange and improve your content, author engaging courses, and use SCORM for swift learning data transfer. I am Raven Azarcon, Sales and Marketing Associate at Nephila Web Technology Incorporated. That is all for my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Mr. Raven, for that very informative talk about the on how to incorporate iSpring to Moodle. So our floor is now open for questions. Please feel free to raise your hand and or chat your questions, and I'll be happy to read them. So I'll be checking the Zoom. Anyone, feel free to ask any questions to our speaker. How about on YouTube and FB? Do we have any questions? So I guess so there's being none. I would like to thank everyone for attending this webinar. We'd also like to invite everyone to scan this QR code and answer our short feedback form. We'd love to hear your thoughts about today's session, and this will be our basis for giving our certificates. Just send me a like in the comment section or chat box if you are done. Okay. Also, for those who can't answer the survey now, don't worry. We will be sending the link after this webinar to your emails. We would also like to invite you all to Moodle Mood Philippines, which will happen next year in May 2024. Don't forget to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get updates on Mood PH24 and our other events and activities. I would like to thank you all for participating in our last pre-webinar series entitled iSpring and Moodle, a match made for education in partnership with iSpring. See you next year.